Good evening, students. Now, in this particular discussion of mine, through this particular video presentation, you will see that, I said that I would be focusing more on what exactly is happens. What exactly is the discussion given to us or interpretation when the words are absent. Okay, so here the focus is more on, absence of the words, I would say, in the entire field of the verbal knowledge. So here, Vishwanath is very clear, and he says that absence of words means no knowledge of the denotative function. As simple as that. It means that we are not going to use any of the words or names to refer to a particular object. It means that no recollection is there. I'm not able to recollect it. There is no meaning. There are no names. Therefore, no words are present. So, what does this mean? In what scenarios do you think it would be possible? Now, in order to understand what are the various ways in which this is possible, you will see that yes, there are certain areas where this thing is available and we can understand. One, first and foremost, when a person, remember this thing, person is in absolute absolute and pure conscious levels. Okay, this can also be understood that when the person is in or you can say person is experiencing with the help of the sensory with the help of the I wouldn't say sensory, let me make it as saying that with the help of the sense organs. Okay, and what does this mean? It means that you are one is, let's make it up like this, one is experiencing something for first time, and there is no second time. Second time means what? Recollection is taking place. So this is purely, so these are called as the levels of I would say as levels of pure consciousness. Okay, because there's no words, nothing. These can also be called as levels of pure awareness. Awareness is there, or you can even say levels of first hand experiences. Okay, or you can say experiences in the first person. We do not know anything about the second person out here. It is just this. So these are the scenarios when you can say the absence. So where you can find these things, you can find it in children. Okay, then you can say senior aged individuals. Okay, I'm so sorry, individuals. You can even find it in centenarians who are not ready to speak much, and so on and so forth. You can find out many examples are there, especially people who are in meditation, or you can even say if you are talking about the person is thinking, but the person does not want to do it. So thinking in mind or intellect. Okay, and does not like to objectify it. Now that also I would like to talk about, or you can say the person is in internal perceptions are there, however they don't want to make it and bring it out into external world. So these are the cases that you will have to understand and know that yes, it is taking place for us completely. So you will see that these are the scenarios. Now in another line he also tells us that yes, the person, there are no there is this absence of words, but that does not mean that person does not know the words. He says that no, the person has complete knowledge of the words, only thing is that he does not want to use them. So that is another way to understand the practical approach and the complete silence also side by side. So this is the way in which some of the people, especially belonging to the spiritual domain, discuss, and then they say you should should be able to come to this level, and that is what is more important. That I mean, it's not the part of my discussion right now, so I'm not going to discuss anything. However, one should remember that this discussion is absent in Austin, Russell as well as Frege. You should remember this thing also. Now, what does this mean? Whenever there is the knowledge of the words, padagyanam, it means that there has to be recollection of, now remember, recollection of what? Of meaning of words. Words means what? The names. So this is the capacity of being in knowledge. Remember, if a person has to be in, that has to be taken care of, and this is very clearly showcased. And with this, I think the difference between being a human being and a non-human being also can be understood. Though I don't know how you would like to render it, however, it is again a point of discussion for me. If I see animals who are non-human beings, we are human beings, we have this knowledge of words, and we are able to recollect, we are able to understand the meaning of the word, and we are in the capacity of being in that particular knowledge about the external object. What about animals? We are talking to animals, right? We are talking, how are we talking to them? We are talking to them with respect to the words only, names only. So how is it that animals like dogs, cats, monkeys, orangutans, cows, I mean, you can go further and you can see how they are also able to gain the knowledge. Okay, so that is the plus point which I see, and they are also in the capacity of possessing the knowledge with the help of the words also side by side. That is something which I wanted to point out and think about it, and see, not just the animals, even plants. Now there are certain experiments which have been taken care of, and then they say that yes, even plants are able to understand human beings and the way we are able to communicate with them. And there are certain movies also wherein they have showcased and they have developed more and more, showcasing this aspect also side by side. So let me end up this discussion, and I'll be coming up with another discussion wherein we would like to understand the denotative function with respect to the Prachina school of Nayayikas, which I call it as the traditional schools wherein Vishwanath Bhatt belongs, and the Navya Nayayikas, which are the modern schools of the Nayayikas, and we will see how the denotation differs between both the schools also together. Till then, thank you and take care. Bye.